Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to KB Terry's Talk. And we are on the Premiership predictions tonight. I have three amazing panelists with me tonight. I've got Spursy Luke. How are you doing, mate?
Mixed. It's been an interesting week, to say the least. 14th in the league, 4th in Europe. Make it make sense.
Make it make sense, indeed, mate. Make it make sense. That's typical Spurs, though, mate. Typical Spurs. We've also got a bit of GH logic tonight. A prediction show would not be right without GH. How are we doing, mate?
I mean, again, it's been a bit of an interesting week for Liverpool as well. Smashed Carabao in the week and then lost to Bournemouth at the weekend. So, yeah, been interesting, but, yeah, not too bad.
We've also got another team that's not doing the best at the minute. We've got Sunderland in. How are we doing, Dan?
Tough week, mate. Tough week. I'm hoping we can put it right on Monday. And, not a great week.
And on his travels, looks like he's on the bus. He's being a bit of a bus wanker. We have got one of the teams that did finally win this weekend. Carl, how are we doing, mate?
What do you mean, finally won this weekend, you fucking...
Well, you know, it took a while for everybody to start winning. I mean, Forest won, and then everyone else seems to lose.
Yeah, listen, don't worry about us. We always come good after Christmas. A little bit longer than usual, but we're there or thereabouts. We're only 4 points off the top. Secure top 8 in the Champions League.
You say that you come good. Carl, you say that you come good, mate, but what about Haaland? Is he going to start coming good or what?
He scored last night, pal.
Well, that's not the Premier League, is it, mate?
What stat did I see last night of Haaland? Fast. Oh, I can't remember which stat. He broke some goal scoring record.
The City
This shit show coming on now.
Oh, he's opted in for just that. Love that.
Oh my God, he came in just for that.
Down, is it
He missed out on it last week.
I know. Right, I've just got to order some Chinese. I'll be back in a minute.
Don't worry, you already ordered mine.
Oh, lovely. Right, it's all falling apart tonight already. We've not even started. We've got gate crashers. We've got people ordering Chineses. And most importantly, we've got GH Logic on. So, yeah, here we go. So, we've got lots of viewers. Numbers are going up. So, we rely on comments tonight, guys. So, anybody watching the show, whether you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, or X, please message in the show. Let us know how you're getting on. Let us know how your week's going. And if you've got any questions for our pundits, give us a shout out on those as well. Make sure that you like, following, and sharing everything that is KB Terry's Talk. So, boom, we're going to get straight into it. Last week's game. Oh, wonderful. Last week's games. So, game week 23, I believe it was. Let's have a quick gander over them. Let's have a quick chat about them. Look at that first one there. West Ham United. 3. Struggling in the relegation zone. West Ham United 3. And yet again, another week has gone by and Sunderland haven't turned up. Come on, Dan. Tell me what's going on.
You've said it bang on, mate. We didn't turn up. Not that we're a one-man team by any stretch, but losing Xhaka for 3 to 6 weeks is incredibly concerning. It's not something you want to hear. First half, we went 1-0 down. We weren't at the races. Very rare I see this, but Regis Lebre's experiment of Trey Hume in the midfield didn't work out. He was giving the ball away. He gave away the penalty that went 2-0. And then their centre-half goes and pings one into the top corner from 30 yards. And before you know it, you're 3-0 down at half-time. No excuses. It was a poor performance. Starting to see a couple of these creep up away from home, which is concerning, but I'm still very confident in our home form. We're still the only team in the Premier League that's never lost at home this season, so it's concerning, but we're not panicking. The job was to stay up this season, and a few more points and it's as good as done.
I mean, and you're doing that, aren't you, mate? You know, one of the 3 teams that came up and you are comfortably staying up. Yeah, you might be having a bit of a dip in performance, but you're doing a damn sight better than the other 2 teams that came up as well. So yeah, a loss against West Ham. It's not the end of the world, you know.
Doing a damn sight better than Forest as well.
Oh,
Sorry, what was that, Mr. City man? Can't quite hear you. Something to do with fucking Harlem blanking week after week after week.
Yeah,
Well, come on
blanking,
to
but
you,
he's top of the goal scorer records.
But he's still not doing anything for anyone in his FPL, is he?
We're not talking
Right,
FPL now. It's Premiership show.
Let's have a look at the next one. Let's have a look. Oh, what's that there? Burnley 2, Tottenham Hotspur 2. I mean, I know. Listen, your home form's crap. Your away form's crap. What's going off? Come on, Spurs.
I wish I could tell you. As much as you could sort of just go, oh, we've got an entire starting 11 out injured. We should be beating Burnley. I said it last week, and I'm in two minds about it. Last week I said if we draw against Burnley, not even just lose, a draw, I want him gone. But then he goes and delivers in Europe again, which is an indictment on Europe. But why are we getting these performances in Europe compared to like smashing Dortmund, smashing Frankfurt? It doesn't make sense. We have the most clean sheets in Europe this season, but somehow we can't keep them in the Premier League. Like, it boggles the mind. Like, we've been bailed up. Our 2 goals that day were by our centre-backs, Van der Ven and Romero. Like, there's a distinct lack of goal scoring. Kolo Muani looks completely uninterested. I think we're considering terminating the loan. Like, we are in desperate need of goals. And I don't see we're being really linked with anyone that's going to solve that.
Luke, it could be worse. You could be up against the best strike force in the league next week.
Oh, it's true. We could be up against the side that we routinely beat no matter who the manager is, no matter what form we're in. We go to City, we slap them up, and somehow we go, how's this happened? We've done it this season, 2-0. So we're looking to try and do a double over you, mate.
Are you confident with that then, Spurs? Do you think you're gonna get some points this weekend?
It just doesn't make sense. Yeah, I think we are going to get points this week because we don't make any sense. We just turn up against City all the time. The only times they've beaten us recently is in, I think, the 3rd round of the FA Cup one year, and then when we essentially let them win so Arsenal didn't win the title. Apart from that, City don't win against Spurs.
Are we having the Chinese back on it?
I mean, if my employment status was still what it was, I would absolutely have you up on that, mate. But due to unforeseen circumstances, I can't.
So,
What about if I give you the draw as well?
Turbo's blaming it on Kane.
I mean, we performed all right without Kane. Like, yeah, we actually did okay for a little while without him. Son being the one we've lost this year, and now we look completely toothless.
you've won the Europa League without Kane, so
Indeed. But yeah,
it's not a Kane
the
issue.
loss of that front 2 has taken this side from pushing top 4 to where loads of people predicted them to be after that, pushing relegation. And it's a sad sight.
Do you think
That
you
just shows
could be one of those
mismanagement.
do you think you could be one of those that are going to drop into the relegation zone at any point this season? I'm not saying you would go down, but would you feel as though going off your current performance, you could fall into it?
So if it was, I might say we might actually, because considering our upcoming schedule, if we're going to do it at some point, it's probably going to be at the end of the 4th game in this run. We have City, which are historically good, in-form Man United, Arsenal, and Newcastle. Newcastle, we never do well. Arsenal, we've not done well in a while.
Fucking good luck on that run.
Newcastle not doing very well
That's our
recently.
next 4 games.
They drew
You
to
could
Fulham.
drop into the relegation zone there.
That's
Newcastle-
what the point is, yeah. But I'm saying it could happen. If it's
No.
gonna happen, it's
Newcastle
gonna be at the
drew
end
to
of this
Wolves.
run.
You'll beat Newcastle surely.
They
Jesus.
slapped us 5-1 and 6-1 in recent seasons, okay? And some of that was with Kane and Son. We can't just say, oh, Newcastle drew with Wolves, so therefore Spurs are going to get something.
Luke, it could be worse. You could be a Forest fan.
There's nothing wrong with being a Forest fan, kid. We won at the weekend. We're going to win tonight, and we're going to win this weekend, and we're going to send Crystal Palace.
Well, yeah,
back.
you're going to win tonight because you're playing a nobody from Hungary.
Well, just
You
like
did
you did
carry a
last
bag
night.
last night. You can't see anything,
Last
mate.
night, GH, with your 6-0 win. Shut the fuck up. Right, Man City next. Man City Wolves. Come on then, Carl. You've silenced the Wolves fans. You managed to only beat the though, mate. It wasn't a whitewash, was it? Not like you 7-1.
Well, we rested a lot of players, so
Here we go.
No, we did. Haaland didn't play. I don't think Foden played. I think we rested Cherky. Rested a lot of players. I'm gutted because I didn't see that happening. I triple captained Haaland and he didn't start. So that was a blow. But I'll tell you what was encouraging, and I know it's a Premiership show, but last night in the Champions League, he played Marmoush and Haaland up top 2 together, and that looked very, very good. So I'm thinking he's probably going to do the same against Spurs. So that's going to be encouraging.
Why do you think he rested all those players then, Carl? That's weird.
Because we're playing Wolves and the fucking pony.
No, it wasn't that. It's because they're not good enough.
Wolves have been on fire recently.
No, they've won 1 game in 5. They've drawn 3. I mean, that's not on fire, Phil. Might be on fire for Nottingham Forest.
Mate, it is for Wolves. That's on fire for Wolves. They're on 8 points.
They're only
it might be on fire for Forest as well, but not for a team that wants to be further up the table. Haaland had played a lot of minutes, so he needed a rest.
Fair enough.
Anyway,
only a 2-0 win.
Only a 2-0, but it was nice and comfortable. Nice, comfortable win last night. Haaland will be fresh for Spurs. Marmoush will partner him. Cherky and Foden in behind, pulling the strings. Good night, Spurs.
You wish.
We'll see. Obviously, it was Fulham 2, Brighton Hove 1. I know Brighton fan Dan wasn't very happy about that.
90th minute winner, wasn't it?
Sneaking that win in the 90th minute.
Yeah.
And then we had what I can only do is laugh a little bit at the downfall of Liverpool FC. Bournemouth, who have lost some of their good quality players. Bournemouth, who have had a bad run of luck recently. Bournemouth, who were slipping down that table a little bit, and then Liverpool couldn't get past them. What's going off,
Right.
GH? What's going off?
See, the logical response to that is we're prioritising the Champions League. We smashed Carabao. Fuck the league. We're going to, I mean, I don't know. To be honest, Van Dijk, and I normally praise Van Dijk because I love him. He's always solid, but he actually had a stinker against Bournemouth. It didn't help. Now, my condolences go out to Canate because it didn't help. We didn't have him, but he's lost his dad recently, if anyone didn't know. So he's not been around, which is sad. So as much as I love Joe Gomez, he is fucking shit most of the time. And he had to stand in. And then he's
to be fair though, GH, I mean, look, no disrespect on the reasons he wasn't there. That's terrible. But you honour your calling Canate a shit every other week. You can't all of a sudden complain that you miss him.
I mean, okay, but compared
Great point, well made, Daniel.
That is a good point. But compared
the last couple of weeks,
compared to Gomez, he's fucking miles above Gomez. To be honest, I don't know what it is with Gomez, but he just seems to be always injured. He picked up an injury, doesn't look good. Frimpong got injured in the week. I don't know what it is. We've just got loads of injuries now. But yes, talking about Salah, he was kind of non-existent against Bournemouth. I don't really know what's going on.
How bad's Frimpong? Have they said yet?
So basically, no, they haven't. All he was doing, it was off the ball. He was running towards the defender and the attacker, and he literally just limps in the air and just fell on the floor. So he's probably pulled his hamstring or some shit, which doesn't sound good.
Back to right back then.
Hopefully not. We played Endo at right back in the week, and obviously yes, it's Carabao, so anything could happen in the league because it's unknown how well we'll do. But we could potentially see him going at right back, and he was solid last night, so you can't really complain at that. Because I love Endo, but he's old and he's not really got much pace anymore. He's not the player he once was when he first joined us. So I think realistically, yes, right back. If we don't pick one up, which by the looks of things, well, we're not going to sign anyone at this rate. I don't think Slot's got any priorities in his mind of signing anyone, which is crazy. But I'll tell you what, Wirtz looks solid. Wirtz was good last night. Wirtz was pretty good against Bournemouth. Although Wirtz didn't score, he did look solid. And as always, Szoboszlai almost bailed us out of a sticky situation. We've been relying on him too much. His free kick ability is brilliant. And if that's what you're relying on, then God help the team, because you shouldn't be relying on a Cam to score free kicks. You should be relying on your strikers to fucking score the goals. And the fact that Ekitike didn't do anything, the fact that Isak's injured, Salah didn't do anything, it's worrying.
Should be relying on your team to beat Bournemouth, though, mate.
You should be. And I mean, as much as Bournemouth on their day are a very solid team, no offense to Bournemouth, but they haven't got Semenyo anymore. We should be beating Bournemouth comfortably. It shouldn't be even the first game we played against them in the league, we beat them by 2 goals, but there were 2 90th minute goals. We should be convincingly beating a team like Bournemouth. And in recent years, 3-4 seasons ago or something, we would be easily, comfortably winning these games. And now we just look like a mess. We don't know what's going on. It's terrible.
Do you think Liverpool's the reason you haven't spent in January is that the board are reluctant to give Slot money, given how it's been wasted, and plan on replacing him in the summer?
Potentially. I mean, realistically, we all know that Xabi Alonso is available. He's come out and said that he's interested in Liverpool and that he would happily join us. So far, from what I've heard, the board are happy to keep Slot until at least the end of the season, which I don't know if I agree. I think keeping him is probably just till the end of the season, because realistically, he's won the league, and you can't just sack somebody on the back of having a little bit of a bad period. Like, I saw people commenting on how bad he's doing, and yes, he is doing terrible, but you cut him some slack. He won the league. You've got to give him a little bit of credit where credit's due. You can't just sack somebody after a little bit of bad period.
When you're on the worst run since the 60s, a month ago, a month and a half ago, you lost so many in a row. It was the first time that happened since 1960 or
something like that. But the thing is, in my mind, it's whether we get to the end of the season and we go, right, you're not the man for the job, and we sack him, or it's whether we go, right, give you the benefit of the doubt. You've won the league. You've had a shit season last year. You did all right in the Champions League. Let's give you the benefit of the doubt and see how you do next season. If you're stinking up the gaff midway through, then fuck you and you're gone, basically. So
I disagree with you there, Glorio, because football is a cutthroat, ruthless game. And to stay on the top, you need the best players, best management, best people in the roles. Man City had Pellegrini. Pellegrini won the league, got to the Champions League semi-final. We sacked him. Not because he didn't do a great job. He did do a great job. League, yeah. No. Pep Guardiola became available. So my point to you is, if Xabi Alonso is the man for Liverpool, irrelevant of how he's done, you get rid of Slot.
I mean, it's an interesting one, because obviously Xabi Alonso hasn't done a whole lot of managerial managing in his career so far. So it's hard to know how well he could be. But obviously, with that link of being at Liverpool in his career, a bit like the Wolves manager having that link to Wolves before he joined, is that going to benefit him? Is he going to know it? Is he going to, know the staff, know the club better and work things out? I don't know. It's only time will tell if we do get him.
Well,
I guess it depends as well.
Sorry, Dan.
Go on. I was just going to say, it depends as well if Alonso has any clause about paying back his compensation if he takes a job within 6 months.
Oh, yeah, true.
I would guess, because I know sometimes if a manager goes straight back into a role, they don't get the full amount of compensation from the club. I mean, 12 months wouldn't work, but if maybe he's got a 6-month clause in there, Liverpool are just thinking, stick it out the slot for the rest of the season and bring him in the summer.
Yeah, that's a good thinking.
Maybe.
Yeah, because bring him in the summer means you actually can bring in the transfers you want. Like, look what happened with Man United and Amorim. They brought him in mid-year, and then it was always, is he getting his man for a while and things like that.
Because
if you bring him in mid-season, it could save the season and get them top 4, but it also could go the other way of then
because
unrest.
Another reason why, another thing that you say about backing the manager for the transfer window, clearly he's either he's not being backed or he doesn't know what he's doing, because as much as Harvey Elliott isn't a world-class player and he's not going to change everything, you know, having an extra player around the club, especially when we've got so many injuries, giving somebody else a chance to actually try and do something would always benefit any club. And realistically, him not playing at Villa is detrimental to his young career. And coming back to Liverpool, I feel like he could be a good player in the team, and I don't know why we're not giving him a chance. It's a shame, to be honest, because I love him.
It's one of them, GH, one of them. You know, big club like Liverpool, it's difficult to give certain players a chance, isn't it? You know, it
is. But when you're playing so poorly, I think certain people do deserve a chance. No harm, is it? If they're rubbish, then fair enough.
Oh, absolutely. We've got plenty of viewers tonight. We've got a few comments coming in. Obviously, Turbo's in with us tonight. Apart from Spurs, United and Wolves, there's no mugs in the Prem. And Turbo agreeing with Carl's comment referencing about Alonso and getting him in, despite everything else, basically. We've got plenty of viewers tonight, so please keep dropping us your comments. Your comments help us discuss the show and talk to you on the show. Dan already, our host on our presenter on tonight. How did your team get on this week? Let us know. So yeah, please let us know how your team got on this week. We want to know who's watching and which teams are watching tonight. The next game was Brentford against Nottingham Forest. Everybody last week, apart from the odd one, doubted Forest. Going to Brentford, slightly on form Brentford. They're doing all right. They're not having these streaks of loss. They're not having these streaks of wins. They're doing okay. Forest started to grow slightly, just starting to push things forward slightly. And we go to Brentford, and let's face it, both our strikers who have hardly scored anything, have hardly done anything this whole season, decided to start playing. Igor Jesus putting a lovely little goal in, followed by Taiwo Awoniyi. God knows how he managed to score, but he did. And yeah, finishing the game 2-0. As far as I'm concerned, in the words of King Bush, we're Nottingham Forest and we're back. We're back. And we're going to slowly push our way up that table. Shut the fuck up. A few other games that happened also this weekend was Crystal Palace losing at home. A big loss there against Chelsea. Obviously, Chelsea are on form anyway.
João Pedro is doing very well at the minute.
Yeah, absolutely. And Crystal Palace are not doing very well in the slightest. My personal opinion, going off the table at the minute, I think Crystal Palace could go down this season.
Nah, no chance. No chance.
You reckon so, GH? Shall we have a bet on that one, GH? As I don't tend to bet very much. Shall we have a?
I'll take that bet.
Go down.
I'll take that bet. Palace won't go down.
I bet they do.
How much?
Are we talking money? What are we talking? We're talking money, talking food, talking...
Fucking anything you want. We'll do fucking everything. Money, food, and the lot.
I'll tell you what, Carl. I'll take a cash bet on Crystal Palace going down.
50 quid.
Go on, let's do it.
Quickly though, what was everyone's thoughts on penalty in that game? Like the handball.
I didn't actually see the game, so I can't comment. I didn't actually watch the game.
Essentially, there's a shot from João Pedro that's hit the player, his arms down by his side.
Yeah, it
would have gone in, or it would have hit the post at the very worst. It was a yellow card, penalty given.
I don't think that's
I encourage you to go see it. It's one of those that's... Okay. It was an accidental handball, was the decision given.
But then again,
it is hard.
Was it anything like Ola Aina the previous week against Arsenal?
No, it's not like anything like that. It's
did you see the one against? Did you see PSG last night got a penalty, which clearly wasn't a penalty? Like it's one of those ones.
It was a penalty, GH.
No, it wasn't.
Everything's a penalty against them.
Like realistically, they need to iron out this penalty rule. If it's going to be a penalty for handball or whatever it is for one club, then it has to be the same rule for every handball. Or it just doesn't make any sense why some clubs get penalties given and some don't, when clearly one's worse than the other.
Well, they put
just had a quick look at that one, Spursy. I personally think that's a penalty. It's not intentional, but if that ball doesn't hit his hand, it goes in the goal.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's harsh, and you feel hard done by. But if it doesn't hit his hand, it's a goal, isn't it? So I
but his hand can't disappear when it's by his side. Like, if it was even slightly up, you could make. Oh, that's where I'm like, you have to essentially not exist.
Just like it, but at the end of the day, he's not a goalkeeper. If he is intentional or not, if he is stopping the ball going in the goal through it hitting his hand, I don't think it should be a red card, because I completely agree it's accidental. But there has to be a penalty for me. That he's gained an advantage through doing something unlawful, accidentally. Penalty all day. If it wasn't going in, it was going wide, I would maybe see a different argument. But in that particular scenario, because it's going to be a goal and he stopped it with that, I think that has to be a pen.
I'll look back at it and see what I think. Like I said, I didn't watch the game, so I will have a look back on that. A few more games. It was Newcastle 0, Aston Villa back on winning form, 2-0 away at Newcastle there. Obviously, Sunderland down, very happy about that. A bit of a shock of, well, I don't know if it was a shock or not of the weekend, but Man United beating Arsenal.
Yes, it was a shock.
3-2. The thing is Arsenal, we know are bottlers, and they're going to bottle it this season. We know that. I think we're all clear that in our minds. They're on form. They're being allowed to play. Carrick's letting them play as a team. They're starting to gel a bit better. To be fair, I think it's a doff my cap to Man United. To be fair, it was a clear win. It was a good win, and Arsenal just couldn't. I felt like a little bit that, Arsenal got 2 goals, but I felt like Arsenal just didn't show up to a Man United game.
I mean, Gyökeres, what is he doing? He's literally like biggest non-existent. Absolutely. Yeah. Him, Gabriel Jesus, and fucking...
Yeah, he's playing as bad as Isak, isn't he?
Almost. I literally in the chat the other day I said that Gyökeres is almost as bad as Isak, and Isak's not playing, and I'm not even exaggerating there. What is he doing?
Yeah, it's an odd one at Arsenal. And obviously Mers isn't on tonight, so he can't.
He bottled it.
Argue his case. Bottled it. Obviously.
Bottled job. Mers golf.
And then the final
get
game.
In the comments for FPL tomorrow for him. Get in the comments for FPL tomorrow and ask him his opinion on the game.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Everton won. Leeds United won. I felt Leeds should have won that, but again, I think Leeds.
DCL is fucking shit. He bottled it again.
Yeah, but at least he played, GH. At least he played.
Shit, but he scored.
Better than your strikers, But
right.
I think I think Leeds turned up expecting to win. I feel as though they turned up.
Very much a game of 2 halves, I thought.
Didn't expect Everton to give up any sort of fight.
Leeds should have been out of sight. The way they were playing, and they fucked it.
Yeah.
I think when you go away in the Premier League, a 1-0 lead is dangerous. If you don't put that game to bed, you just know it's like a script. The last 20 minutes, you're going to have your back against the wall, guaranteed, and the pressure just got a bit too much. I mean, look, still a good result. As I say, I think for a promoted team, any point on the road is a good result, but it could have been 3 really for the Leeds lads.
Could have, should have, would have.
But you lost as well, didn't you, GH? So you can't say anything.
Lost as well.
That's it looks at the minute. Obviously, Arsenal still sat on top by a clear 4 points over Manchester City and Aston Villa, who are sitting pegging level in 2nd and 3rd place. Obviously, the goal difference allowing Man City to sit a little bit higher. Then Man United, they're in 4th. They've climbed up and they're sat on 38 points in 4th place there. So a good 8 points behind. A point behind them is Chelsea, and then Liverpool sat in 6th position, further 2 points behind. Whizzing down the table, just having a look there. Obviously, Sunderland dropped down a little bit and fallen into 11th place. Brighton, despite that loss, are still sitting mid-table in 12th. They've got an okay run, a few draws in there, but doing better than the likes of Tottenham Hotspur there, sat in 14th with 3 draws and 2 losses. Crystal Palace below them in 15th with 3 losses and 2 draws. And then Leeds 1 point ahead of 17th place Nottingham Forest. As you can see there, Leeds 3 draws, a win and a loss. And then Forest sat there with 2 losses, 2 wins and a draw.
Tell you what, for a huge 3 weeks coming up for Forest there, just looking at that table, you've got a great opportunity.
Yeah, I think looking at it, I think going off Palace's performance at the minute and where we're performing at the minute, I think we could easily get a win there. We'll go level then with Palace on points. Obviously, we'll still sit behind them because of the goal difference, unless we manage to score a stupid amount of goals. But then we've got a couple
it's
of...
Leeds then Wolves after that, I think. You've got a real chance.
Wolves. So I think we've got a good chance to push ourselves up. And this is the reason why I'm talking about Palace slipping down. You know, if anybody saw that interview with Glasner after that match before Gay went, I thought they were going to get rid of Glasner there and then. You know, bad mouthing the club, basically saying getting rid of my manager, getting rid of my best player, literally on game week. You know, on the game week. And now there's lots of obviously talks about their captain Mateta leaving, and obviously we all know it's his last season there.
I think Wharton's missing a couple of games as well for them, so
suspended.
Yeah,
I heard rumours Liverpool trying to sign Wharton, but I don't know.
I read that's more likely to happen in the summer.
If they imagine that losing their manager Wharton and then potentially Mateta, and Gahey. God, they'd be screwed.
Yeah, I genuinely think Crystal Palace could fall into that relegation zone. I really do, and I think they could get relegated.
I think if they go down, it'll be a demise that happens over the course of next season. I think they'll just about survive this season, and then if they don't pluck their ways out in the summer and do something, they're screwed and they'll be down.
It just depends if West Ham can string it together.
Turbo Tom coming on, Aston Villa, Burnley, awful places, as well as all of London, literally awful places. Anybody that watches the Sunday show and hears Turbo on the Sunday show, upsetting the majority of the UK. Barrow, awful place. Stoke, awful place. That is Turbo at his finest. We're going to try and find a place that he actually does like. So, yeah, the table looking like that at the minute. Very interesting. We're going to see where the rest of the season goes, but I can clearly see that Forest, if they continue in the performances that they're doing, they could easily rise up, maybe 13th. Between 13th and 10th, I'd be more than happy based on the season that we've had so far. And I think that's possible. And again, Spurs and Palace, they seem to be going the other way. So, interesting.
Ooh.
Just need some midweek games, I think. We're good in midweek. If we can get some Premier League midweek games, that might be the solution.
Oh, well, there's going to be a bit of for anyone that's going to be watching the FPL, this is exclusive knowledge. There's going to be a double game week soon, so there will be midweek fixtures, Luke.
Yeah, something coming up, isn't there? Is it 31?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, somewhere on there. GH, just looking at that table quickly before we move on to the predictions. Do you think Wolves are still going to stay up?
Forest are going to go down. Wolves are going to stay up, and it's going to be Wolves. It's going to be Burnley, Forest, and West Ham going down. I'm sticking by my prediction.
Mentality. Where do you get that absolute?
I mean, Forest. To be fair, the only negative in this is Forest have just lost Strand Larsen for 50 million, but Strand Larsen wasn't the one getting the.
Strand Larsen's not worth 50 million. That's why.
Strand Larsen wasn't the one doing anything. It was that Mane guy. So watch out for Mane. He's going to bum every team. He's going to score loads of goals.
Strand Larsen is no way worth 50 million.
Well, Palace have been fleeced then.
Yeah, exactly, because they know that they're losing Mateta for 35 because he don't want to be there.
Yeah.
At what point, GH, will you accept Wolves are going down? Because we had the conversation last week about the amount of points
when they mathematically can't stay up.
They've now lost and Forest have won. So that's just mathematically went as bad as it could have this weekend.
Yeah, that is a good point. I mean, when maybe in a few more games' time, if they haven't got, if in like 3 weeks' time they haven't at least got two wins in that period, then maybe I might start to realise.
So we're waiting until they need 4 points a game.
So what is it? How many games played?
23.
Hang on. Can I just
26?
Can I just confirm something?
Welcome to GH Logic.
1 second. GH thinks Wolves are going to stay up.
Have you not been around?
Oh, yeah. Have you not been paying attention the last few weeks?
Wait there. I didn't think anyone was that thick. Wolves have got 8 points in 23 matches, and he suddenly thinks Wolves are going to catch up the 17 points needed to overtake Nottingham Forest in the last 15 games of the season.
Yeah.
Assuming Forest pick up 0 points.
Yeah. So Forest aren't going to pick up. Glorio. Please, fucking please.
This is why everyone loves me on this show, because I come out with the most outlandish stuff.
There's more chance of you signing for Liverpool, knocking in the winner in the FA Cup final, than Wolves staying up.
Well, I'd like to hope that, but no.
That's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
So, okay, I'll stick to this. When it gets to game 26, if they haven't got at least 2 wins by then, I'm going to admit defeat.
So now we need Wolves to win 2 out of the next 3 games for you to stay on course.
At least, yeah.
Yeah, and they've not done that all season.
Who have Wolves got?
Wolves have only won 1 game all season, haven't they?
Yeah,
and it's against West Ham.
But they're going to win. They're going to win 2 of the next 3.
Wolves have got Bournemouth, and then they've got Chelsea.
Yeah, what teams are you expecting to play when you're going? Oh, they've got Bournemouth. Who are you expecting to play? Where you're like, yes, they're going to win this.
If you genuinely believe it, GH, I will give you odds of 50-1, and you pick the stake.
I'll give you odds of 200-1.
I was going to say I would give you 200-1 all day long.
No.
The only way Wolves,
Wolves
stay up. The only way Wolves stay up is if their remaining fixtures, which is how many? 15 games. They were playing Spurs 15 times.
Let me tell you what I think.
Unless City get a minus 70-point deduction for charges.
Right. Let me tell you what I think. So they're going to beat Bournemouth. Obviously, they'll lose to Chelsea. They'll beat Forest. They'll beat Palace. They'll lose to Villa. They'll probably beat Liverpool. No, Liverpool. They'll beat.
So hold on. You're saying that they're going to lose to Forest but beat Liverpool?
They'll beat Forest.
Liverpool haven't beaten Forest. Yeah. Liverpool haven't beaten Forest since 2024. So
they're beating Forest.
No, you idiot.
They'll beat Forest. They'll beat Liverpool. They'll beat Brentford. They'll beat West Ham. They'll lose to Arsenal. Beat Leeds. Beat Tottenham. Beat Brighton.
Can I just stop you right now? This podcast is losing all credibility with what is coming out of your mouth. You're talking absolute fucking pony. You're talking like a guy that's never been to Anfield in his life, and he's a Liverpool. Oh yeah, you've never been to Anfield.
No, I've been to Anfield twice. I've only watched Liverpool.
Listen, the stadium tours don't count, Glory Hole.
I haven't actually been on a stadium tour.
I've been to Anfield more times than you, GH, and I'm not a Liverpool fan.
I've been to Anfield more times than him. I've been to Anfield more times than him in 1 season.
I've seen Liverpool lose to West Brom in the FA Cup at Anfield. I've got great memories.
It doesn't count when you're in your mother's womb.
It was in like 2018 or 17 or something.
You were still in your dad's ball sack.
All right.
Right, let's move on. We've got 20 minutes left of the show.
Move on, because he's talking shite.
Let's go on to game week 24, and we'll look at the predictions that everybody has gone through. So, first game of game week 24 is Wolverhampton Wanderers at home against Bournemouth. Let's go down the list then. Thursday, Luke, what have you gone with, mate?
For that game, I've got Wolves 1, Bournemouth 1. I nearly had a win for him, but I realised I didn't have a single draw for the week, and that one, I felt I was being generous to Wolves, so gonna have him get a point.
That's good of you, mate. That's good of you. That is honest and yeah, really strong for you, mate. Well, I like that. We've also got then who else is on my list? Sorry, my screen's gone off. There we go. GH, come on then. GH logic. Let's see Wolves versus Bournemouth, mate. What we got?
Well, obviously, I'm going to predict a Wolves win. 1-0 Wolves.
1-0 Wolves. Please make sure you put your predictions in the comments so we can talk about your predictions as well. So we've got plenty of viewers. Just stick them in the comments, whether you're watching on X, YouTube, or Facebook. Just stick your comment in and let us know what you think your prediction will be. Sunderland Dan, Wolves, Bournemouth. What we got?
Had to go 1-1.
A 1-1 draw. And Carl?
Well, believe it or not, I have actually got a Wolves win for this game.
Mr.
Well,
Hypocritical right there.
No. I still think they'll go down by an absolute country mile. However, with their better form, let's say, it's not brilliant, but better form, and Bournemouth being so erratic, I have got Wolves to nick it 2-1.
Oh, well in.
And I've gone also, just like you, Dan, for a 1-1 draw on that one. Next game, Leeds United versus Arsenal. So we've got no Leeds lads in tonight. We've got no Arsenal lads in tonight. So I'll go back down the list again. Start with you, Spursy Luke.
I regrettably have a 2-0 win to Arsenal. It hurts to say it, but I'd rather be right than try and just say stuff for no reason.
Okay. GH logic.
Leeds are shit. 3-1 Arsenal.
Leeds are. You heard it here. You heard it live. The man himself.
He's picked a week to see that, man, when there's no Leeds lads here, hasn't he?
Big as ball knowledge. He's gone Leeds are shite. Well, there we go. Sunderland, Dan, what we're going for?
I think it'll be a really close game. I think Leeds will give them a really good run for the money at Elland Road, but I think Arsenal might nick it with a late 1-2-1.
2-1. Carl?
Mine's very close to yours, Dan. I think Leeds' form is better than the results show. I think they are playing decent football. They're at Elland Road, and I think they'll score first. They'll hold on for a long time, and Arsenal will get one goal back, and I think it'll finish 1-1.
Ooh.
I've also gone for a draw because I call Leeds the point stealer. They're stopping the big clubs. They're only getting points. They're not really moving mountains on it. So I've actually gone for a 2-2 draw, Leeds and Arsenal on that one. Next, we've got Brighton versus Everton. Back down the list again. Spursy Luke, where are we going with that one?
Brighton's form at the Amex is pretty good. I'm going for a 2-0 home win.
Good man. I've also gone for a 2-0 home win to Brighton as well. Home performance is far better than their away, so I'll go with that as well. I'm going to skip GH on this one. I'm going to go straight to Sunderland, Dan.
I've got to back me fellow Dan. Brighton 2, Everton 1.
Brighton 2, Everton 1. Carl?
Snap, Mr. Spedding. I think it will be a tight affair, but I think Brighton will win 2-1.
And as you probably guessed, gentlemen, the reason why I have paused and allowed GH to go last, because two of us, well, me and Spursy have gone for one result. Dan and Carl have gone for another result. Let's see what GH has gone for so we know who's going to get the points for this game. GH?
2-1 Brighton.
2-1 Brighton.
Come on.
For Carl and Dan, going off GH logic.
He's got to be right once a season, hasn't he?
He's not going to be right about Wolves, is he? Moving on, Chelsea versus West Ham. What have we gone for that, please, Spursy?
I've realised I actually have two draws on this. I had that as a draw as well. I have 1-1 Chelsea West Ham.
1-1.
I have 1-1 is what I've got on my thing currently.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. I'll just check in.
Up and down Chelsea, inconsistent.
João Pedro is in good form, so Chelsea are going to win nice and convincingly 2-0.
2-0. Sunderland, Dan?
I don't trust Chelsea at all. I think they play some good stuff, but they're incredibly inconsistent. I agree with Spursy Luke, 1-1.
1-1. Carl?
I would normally agree with you, Dan. However, one team that is more inconsistent than Chelsea is West Ham. And Cole Palmer is back now. I think Chelsea are just going to have too much firepower for him at the bridge. And I think they'll steamroller him 3-1.
And I've also gone 3-1, just like you, Carl. Same reasons. I know Palmer's back. Chelsea are just too strong in my eyes. I think it's going to be a whitewash there. Okay, next game. Liverpool at home against Newcastle. GH, put us all out of our misery. What have you gone for? Have you backed your team or not?
So notoriously, we actually do quite well against Newcastle. I think it's been quite a while since we've lost to them. Obviously, our defence is shaky, so we will concede, but we'll win 2-1.
Is that other than the Carabao Cup final, GH, which was about 4 or 5, not that long ago?
Oh, yeah, that one. Yeah.
I mean, he clearly means at Anfield.
I mean, in the league, we haven't lost in a while to Newcastle, but yeah.
Okay, so you're going 2-1 to Liverpool.
2-1, yep.
Back in your team. Good
Always.
Man. Okay, come on then, Sunderland.
2-1 Liverpool.
Way.
Carl.
Fuck me. 2-1 Liverpool.
Spursy.
1-0 Liverpool.
Oh.
Well, I don't think Liverpool are going to do that good.
Screw you.
But I also don't think Toon are going to do that good. So I've gone for another draw. I still think there's going to be goals galore, but I think it's going to be back and forth. So I've gone for a 2-2 draw. And in the comments, Liverpool 0, Toon 1, back the boys. Absolutely, John, always back the boys. Next games will be played on Sunday. The first game will be Nottingham Forest versus Crystal Palace. So start with me. Why not? I think Forest are on form at the minute. I think Aston Villa are not on form at the minute. I think we're at home. I think we are just going to be too much for Crystal Palace in their current state of mind and their current form and everything else that's going wrong for Crystal Palace at the minute, and the fact that I think they're going to get relegated this season. I have gone for an easy 2-0 victory. Back-to-back 2-0s this week against Crystal Palace. I've gone Forest 2, Crystal Palace 0. Spursy Luke, tell me.
I am inclined to fully agree with you on that. I have 2-0 to the Forest.
Good, man. That's 5 points for both of us, mate. Happy days. Sunderland, Dan.
2-0 Forest.
Good, man. I'm starting to like you lot. You're all going to start appearing on my Christmas card list this coming year. Carl?
Yeah, well, you can take me off your Christmas card list because I don't see Forest winning this. I see this as a dogged 1-1 draw.
Boring. GH?
1-0 Palace. Strand Larson, debut goal.
Oh, fucking hell. God love him.
Do you just live in like a constant acid trip?
All right, enough of that. You just fucking him off.
I deleted him.
Fucking what's he? Fucking shit. That's what he is.
You should have done that 20 minutes ago.
Forest 2-0. New Wolves, Dishwater Larson. Yeah, Dishwasher Larson, sorry. Won't even come close to the goal. Up the Forest. Thank you, John. Yeah, up the Forest indeed. I'll let him back on in a minute. Anyway, Manchester United versus Fulham at Old Trafford. Where do we think this is going? Spursy Luke.
I think Fulham are going to put up a fight, but Man United are going to come out on top 2-1.
2-1 to Man United. Sunderland, Dan?
Yeah, I think United's on the up. I think I'm not going to say the back or anything like that. I think the Albions performed slightly better against bigger teams, but when you play players in the right positions, they tend to play a bit better. So 3-1 Man United.
Carl?
This is an interesting game. This is probably the most interesting game of the week for me. And the reason being, obviously, Carrick's charge United, and his first 2 games were in matches he wasn't expected to get anything out of. I think the pressure was off. And take nothing away from United, I think they fully deserve the win against City. I think they deserve the win against Arsenal. But now they're playing a game they're expected to win. And I want to see how they perform there. I am expecting them to dip a little bit with the pressure of them winning. And I do still predict a win, but I think it's going to be a lot closer than people think. So I've gone 2-1 to United.
Yeah, I've also gone 2-1. I think they'll nip it, but only just. Right,
And
GA,
Fulham have just signed Oscar Bob from City, so I think he might be playing against them.
Now, GH, I've let you back in. Are you going to behave yourself and talk a bit of sense now?
2-1 Fulham. Oscar Bob debut goal.
Bye-bye.
You always predict against United. You should have seen that coming.
John Sullivan, Man United 3-0. Oh, when that lad, please just start talking sense. Right.
I mean, I'd love that. I'd love that prediction to be true, but fucking hell, he comes out with some wild statements.
Absolutely. He does it on purpose. I swear he does it on purpose. Spursy Luke, Aston Villa, Brentford. Where are we going with that, mate?
Aston Villa versus Brentford. I've got this is my goal fest of the week. I've got a 3-2 Aston Villa win.
3-2 Aston Villa. Nice high scoring game there. Let's go with Dan. What are we saying, Dan?
I agree with you on the Villa 3, but I think Brentford 0. I think it's going to be a dominant performance for the home side.
Thiago playing well.
He didn't last week.
Forest kept him quiet, didn't they? I'm inclined to go with Palace. I think it's going to be an easy one. I've gone 2-0 as well.
You keep mixing up Palace and Villa, Phil.
Yeah, he did it last time.
Yeah, I don't know what. It's been a long day. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. Villa. Yeah, absolutely. I think Villa are going to dominate it 2-0. Carl?
I think, again, this is another tight game. I think Villa will come out on top, though. 2-1.
2-1. And GH?
I think it'll be a close game. 2-2.
2-2. Okay. Interesting one. Okay. Let's go to the big game. Sunderland versus Burnley. So, Sunderland, Dan.
No.
What do you reckon, mate? You're at home. You reckon you're going to sort it out?
Yeah, I think we're up against it a little bit. Missing our best player, but look, if we can't beat Burnley at home without our best player, we're in a bit of trouble, and we're not as good a team as I thought we were. As I say, we're still the only team that haven't lost at home in the Premier League this season. And I don't see that changing. 2-0 to Sunderland.
2-0 Sunderland. I've gone for a 1-0 Sunderland, just based on you're not firing on all four necessarily. And I think it's just a little bit, get you back onto winning ways. So a simple 1-0 victory there. Obviously, John Sullivan, he's gone for a 2-0 Sunderland win as well. Being a Toon man as well. Interesting.
Yeah, very sensible from John.
Very sensible, yeah. Spursy.
So I'm agreeing with you, Phil. I've got this down as a 1-0 Sunderland win. They're going to have enough. Burnley going to be resilient, but Sunderland will break through.
DH?
2-0 Sunderland. I'm not sure.
I don't know whether to be happy now.
I was waiting.
You were going to go with Burnley then.
I was waiting for a second just to see.
Is he on mute?
And Carl?
I didn't hear a word Gloriole said then.
He said
2-0.
2-0 to Sunderland.
My sound must be off. If this match was 6 weeks ago, I think Sunderland would have walked it. But Sunderland have been throwing in a few poor ones. I still think they'll win it, but I think they'll scrape over the line 2-1.
2-1. John Sullivan also saying AFCON players are back, easy peasy win. We shall
we
see.
haven't got Xhaka though, John. That's a miss. He's out for a
AFCON
month.
players have been back like 2 weeks now, John.
No, we've only just got Talby and Diarra back because they made the final.
Oh, yeah, true.
And I suppose we better talk about the anti-climax game of the week. Tottenham Hotspur against... Who's this Manchester City? I've never heard of them before. So Spurs at home against Man City. I'm going to go to Cole first on this one.
So I think Spurs are in the same ballpark as Chelsea and West Ham for inconsistency. However, if history's taught me one thing, we fucking never perform against Spurs, which is a concern. I remember the game we lost at home 2-0, and I still think we were the better side. I don't know how we lost that. We should have been out of sight before they'd even scored. Mamouche partnering Haaland gives me a bit of confidence. I think Spurs are awful at the back. And I think we'll win, but I think the game will be City comfortably winning the game 2-0. We'll make a stupid mistake like we always do against Spurs. They'll get a goal back and then we'll be fucking backs to the wall and we'll just manage to hold on 2-1.
Okay, a few comments coming in from John. Big City win, 3-1 Spurs, crap in league, good in Europe, please. And then he's put, Carl, can you ask Haaland to book his FPL ideas up?
Fucking, I had him triple captain last week, you cunt.
Language with the C-bomb. Wow. Family show.
So,
Okay, then. Spursy, what have we got coming back from that?
Death taxes. City don't win at Spurs Stadium. They've won there once. I'm pretty certain that was the time we actually let them win for the league to go to them. So City don't do well there. Doesn't matter what our form is, it always happens. 2-1 Spurs. See you next week.
2-1 Spurs. Okay, the one person here that I praise. I thought to myself, right, what am I going to go with a score on this? I've gone for a City win, but I kind of agree with Carl a little bit. I think Spurs are really going to test them a little bit, but like you say, Spurs at the back are really, really not that good. I think it's going to be a goal fest. And I've gone for the biggest score of my week. I've gone for a Man City 3-2 victory. I think it's going to be 2-2 for a lot of the game, and then City are going to just get that last goal over the line. And knowing my luck, because I have got rid of him out of my FPL, it'll be Haaland. So that's where I'm going with it. Sunderland, Dan.
I think it's definitely the game of the weekend. I think when you have two teams with firepower up top that can't defend, it's going to be good chaos to watch. Although Spurs are City's bogey team, I just don't trust Spurs at all this season. I think they're in a lot of trouble and they might be very lucky that there's three worse teams than them this season and last season. So because of them reasons, I've went with a City 4-1 win. I think they're going to click up top.
Okay, now.
Wow. GH.
So the thing is, Spurs have, as we all know, have had a terrible time in defence this
I
season.
can't hear a word he said.
And Haaland is stinking up the gaff, so I think it's going to be a boring 1-1 draw. You can't really pick between the two teams. And yeah, that's it really.
You're going for a 1-1 draw when
I am.
Spurs sat in, what are you, 15th, Spursy?
14th.
14th. Manchester City are second in the league, and you're going for a 1-1 draw. I just don't know what's going on with Haaland. He's just looked like a completely different player in the last few weeks. So realistically, I feel like he might score, but I don't think he'll get loads. So yeah. Okay. So we're going to end the show on a little bit of GH logic there of a 1-1 victory. It remains to be seen. I will
1-1 victory.
Yeah,
he speaks as much sense as you do, GH.
1-1 victory. 1-1 victory to GH. That's what I'm saying. Wow. Okay. Well, we'll see how that goes. Anyway, that's our show over for tonight. I want to thank everybody for watching the show tonight. We've had lots and lots and lots of viewers, which has been fantastic. Lots of comments coming in. Sorry we couldn't get through them all, but thank you very much for those comments. I want to also thank our 4 pundits on tonight. That's Spursy Luke, Sunderland Dan, Carl from Finally at Home. He started on the bus. And as always, it's always a pleasure to have the man, the myth, the legend. That is GH Logic on the show. Please remember, this is KB Terry's Talk. We have got lots of other shows on during the week. We have Miller's Monday on a Monday, all about Rotherham United. We have the Thursday show, which is obviously this one. We also have a midweek Millers, which is on right now, straight after this show. On Friday, we have the FPL show for all your FPL tactics. And don't forget to tune in at 7 o'clock on Sunday for the Sunday service, which is our EFL show, all about Championship, League One and League Two. But for me, KB Terry's Talk and Forest Phil, see you all very, very soon. Ta-ra, everyone.